Hello everyone! We're going to draw a prickly pear cactus. So we're going to start with the pot that the cactus is in. So draw a straight line. Notice how my lines are pretty big on my paper. Okay, we're not drawing a teensy weensy little cactus. So draw two lines and then you can connect them. I'm making mine a little bit smaller, like they are coming down at an angle, but it's okay if yours are straight. Then I'm going to come in just a teeny bit and make an angled line going down. Do your best. It's okay if yours is different than mine. Okay. On the bottom, do a smile shape. Then it looks a little more realistic, like it's a round pot. Okay. So now we can start drawing the cactus. Okay. So we're going to draw a prickly pear cactus, and they're usually like kind of like little rainbows, sort of. Okay, so, and then you draw one, and then you usually connect on top of it and do another one, a little bit off to the side. So take your time. And yours does not have to look just like mine. Yours can be a different, you can put your pieces in a different spot, or you can draw more little cactus pads on top of each other. Okay. So I'm going to add a little cactus pad behind here because it looks like it needs something there. Again, yours is probably going to look very different than mine. It's okay. It doesn't have to look just like this. Add a little cactus pad in the back. And another little cactus pad. The cactus pads get a little bit smaller as you get towards the top. And you can add some flowers on the top if you want to. You don't have to if you don't want to. But I'll just do like a couple of lines. And then I'll connect those lines with a zigzag line, going up and down and up and down. If you want to do your flower a different way, that's okay too. Or if you don't want to do a flower, that's all right too. Okay, so now I am going to add a line, not on the bottom of the pot, but like kind of towards the middle. This is going to be the table line or the ground line. So I'm not going to draw on top of the pot. I'm going to do my best to try to continue the line behind the pot. Then it looks like the pot is somewhere, not just floating in outer space. Okay? Again, do your best. It's okay if it's different than mine. Maybe you want to put your pot in outer space. That's fine with me. So now I'm adding the little spines or the little prickly parts of the cactus. So if you have your way that you want to do it, that's fine. You can copy my way. I'm just doing a few lines together. And if you've ever seen any of these, which I'm sure you guys have, if you haven't, you might notice them now. But they have a lot of those little prickly things all over. Ouch. So make sure you make your cactus look prickly. So I'm just taking my time. I'm not rushing. That's what artists do. They take their time and concentrate and think about where they're putting things. Okay, so I think I'm about done with the little pricklies. Now I'm going to trace my lines with a Sharpie. It's okay if you don't have a Sharpie, if you just want to use a marker. You don't have to do this, but if you do this, it will help to make your lines look better once you start adding color. Okay? So just tracing my lines, and tracing is actually a really good way to become a better artist. After you've drawn something, if you trace over it again, it helps you to, develop those fine motor skills in your hands, those muscles. And I'm doing my cactus pretty simple. If you want to look at a picture of the cactus online and try to make it look more realistic, that's fine too. Okay? I'm just keeping it simple. Don't forget the pricklies. So tracing and going over your lines does take a little time. Please be patient, go slow. And now we're about ready for color. I'm going to use crayons. If you want to use markers, that's okay. If you want to use colored pencils, that's okay. If you want to paint this, that's fine too. Whatever you want to use to add color is fine with me. But oops, I forgot to do my design on my pot. You can make any kind of design on your pot. Or if you want to just keep it simple, that's fine too. So you can decorate your pot in any way you want. So I'm going to trace those lines so that when I add color, I can still see my beautiful lines that I took so much time to put in. Okay. Now I'm ready for color. Yay! I'm just going to clean up a couple of my pencil lines because I traced and I can still see some of my pencil lines. If you don't have an eraser and you can't do this, or it's too much work, it's okay, you don't have to. But if you want to, that's what artists do. Sometimes they erase their pencil lines just to show the marker. Okay, now I'm going to start adding color. So I'm going to use my crayons. You can use whatever you want. You can mix and match if you'd like to. So I'm going to start out with the cactus pads, which are the green part of the cactus. But when you color, please take your time, okay? I don't want to see scribbles. We need to fill in the space as best as we can. So when you color, take your time. That's not taking your time. And there's gaps, okay? I want you to fill in the color with a solid color so there's no peekaboos coming through. Oh, there's my little guy's hand. He wants to color too, okay? So I need to move these crayons out of the way. Okay, so now I'm going to start coloring in my cactus pads, and I'm going to follow the curve and try to stay coloring in the same direction. So I'm not going to crisscross in my colors. I'm going to take my time and fill in the space as nicely as I can. I'm using a light green. You can use a dark green. And if you want to break free from reality and use a weird color, that's okay too. If you want to make a blue cactus, if you want to make a purple cactus, if you want to make a yellow cactus, I don't know, whatever you would like, okay? Just make sure you add some color to your cactus, okay? So you see how I colored in nicely, but this one I didn't color in very nicely. I have to go back in and fill in those empty little holes. I shouldn't see the white paper right underneath it or through the colors. So take your time, have fun adding color. And if you have room and you want to add more cactus, or if you want to add other plants, or if you want to put your cactus in a room and put a window in the background, or whatever you would like to put around your cactus, that's up to you. Or you can just keep it simple and leave it the way it is. Okay, so I'm speeding up the video just so that you guys can see me coloring it in, but not have to watch me spend almost 20 minutes coloring it in, okay? You're gonna go slow, but I'm just speeding this up, so I'm like fast forwarding, okay? But notice I turned the paper to make it easier to color when I need to, okay? You don't have to copy my colors on the pot. You can do whatever color combinations you want. Taking my time, filling in all of the empty white spaces with some color. Okay, and let's add some color on the little table that this little cactus is sitting on. Okay, so that's pretty much it. You could add color to the background. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to take it a step further. You don't have to do this, but I'm going to add some darker colors to kind of give it a little bit of shading. And make it look a little more realistic. You don't have to do this, but if you're more advanced or older and you want to try something to challenge you, you can. So I'm adding like darker colors, like right where the cactus touches another cactus pad. I'm adding a lighter color to give it a little highlight with yellow. You can see that adding that little bit of color helps it look more interesting. So I'm taking a blue and just coloring lightly right where I know it's like kind of dark, right in between the cactus pads. And a little on the edges. Not a whole lot, just. And there we go. A little more color to my flowers. Okay. So I can't wait to see what your cactus looks like. When I see you in class, you can show me, but you don't have to turn this in. This is not graded. This is just for fun and an activity for you to do to start to explore art. Hey guys, have a great day. Hope you have fun. Bye!